darkness. Straight bullet flying, shining like torchlight. Hit you in the head, make you lose your own life. What you know about? Stuck in an empty house, surrounding with fire. Someone saw ya on the other side, waiting to pull the trigger. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Make it say your last breath to God. Oh Lord, forgive my sin, 'cause tonight might be my last night. And you're the scream for stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. 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 What you know about 1990, when innocent people lost their life? What you know about October 15th? When the whole city was praying to achieve. What you know about April 6th, when your auntie was selling cold water to feed her family, and she got ripped on the way, fighting for you to stay alive. Stay alive, stay alive, 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 stay alive. Free everybody running for their lives. Men moving, men falling. It's like them men walking. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? They gonna take you away. They're gonna take you away, take you away, take you away. Put you in a cage, all them terrible things that you did. You took my father away, took somebody's mother away, took somebody's brother away, took somebody's sister away, took somebody's best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, empty husband and wife away. What a day. African baby, I want you to stay alive. Stay alive, stay alive, 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 stay alive.
Yeah. Right, check out my mouth. Yeah. Right. You know I love this style where you got days. So what you back it up on me? I love the way you're whining your pop ways. Don't tease till it making me on right. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got days. So what you back it up on me? Right. This a girl a wine in a time. I move around and she don't have no spine. The next thing, Joe she find. She have the rest of them a waiting a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so fast. Weed in a spliff, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This girl's on a level right now. I match to the bass and the treble right now. Wine for the real, let my crown. Bedroom pulling up and now back down. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a bow, go. Girl, you want it, they know, yo. Real on the scene. Heavy movement, you and your team, yeah. Them can't intervene, right? You know another style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you're whining your pop ways. Don't tease till it making me alright. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me, yeah. I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? Back it up on
call me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight. Right, baby, I'm in town, know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. You know when I pray, put that thing upon you. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. There's nothing on this earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up, girl. Throw it up. Oh, yeah. Looking at your friends like you don't care. Girl, cause the Grey Goose is in here. Oh, yeah, we in here. You know I let it slide where I got things. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you're whining that pop waist. Don't tease till it making me yawning. So smooth when you move to the groove in the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got things. So won't you back it up on me?
Everybody come and celebrate. Come and celebrate. Costa birthday. Miami Petro Costa birthday. Costa birthday. Oh yeah.
It is often said any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is why I introduce to you a company with magic, SM Group Incorporated. SM Group Incorporated is an internet technology company that provides the best quality and cheapest internet services, including IT management services, supplies of IT equipment, networking, mobile app and software development, structured cabling, and web design. We also develop POS cash register system for small businesses like mini-mart, supermarket, restaurants, and bar, hotel management software for reservations, and online booking. SM Group Incorporated installs biometric systems that include hotel door locks and access control, database, CCTV security, and motion sensor system installation with 24/7 monitoring and cloud backup storage with mini solar backup power system. Coming soon is the SM Group SASE-Net, which will deploy hundreds of Wi-Fi hotspots across the city with high-speed, affordable broadband internet service for less than $100 Liberian. For more information, visit our website at www.smgroupincorporated.net or email us at info@smgroupincorporated.net or call cell numbers 0777-881-881. We are located at the intersection of Kerry and Center Streets in Monrovia.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinto One of Delaware. Yes, it's Pinto One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Pinto One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Pinto One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302-508-3034. Again, 302-508-3034. Or visit our website at pinto1.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinto1.com or holly@pinto1.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Pinto One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
She dey give me small, I know.
Peter Massacre Insurance Agency is the name that counts when you talk quality and affordable insurance services. Located in central New Jersey, Peter Massacre Insurance Agency provides homeowner insurance, commercial and business insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, and a lot more. We partner with over 20 top-rated companies to ensure we provide affordable pricing and quality services to our clients. Not only that, we also offer free financial planning consultation, and we are licensed in 20 states across the USA. At Peter Massacre Insurance Agency, Our staff are well trained to handle all your insurance needs. Visit our website on www.pmassinsurance.com or call us on phone number 609-571-3037. That's 609-571-3037. Peter Massacre Insurance Agency, your low-cost insurance partner.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sailtown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence. Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sailtown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning, folks. Welcome. Welcome to the program. Today is Wednesday, the middle of the week. It's what time is it? It is 6:28 a.m. in Delaware on the east coast of the United States, and the time in Liberia it is 10:28. Oh, today's Thursday. Oh, yeah, sorry, Thursday. Sorry. Well, yesterday was Wednesday because we didn't do the show yesterday because of Flag Day. Flag Day. You know, Bagay, when you look at his story, you know, when we were in school back then as kids, you know, we believed and didn't question anything that they taught us. But looking back, you know, we're much educated now, much more experienced, and that all those women, well, how many women led by Susanna Lewis? When, for how long did it take to make the flag? That's why the flag was not ready for Independence Day. Independence was declared on July 26th, but we didn't have the Liberian flag ready until August. So that's why the flag was not ready for independence. But when we declared independence, we didn't have a flag. You understand that, Parker?
It took some time, yeah.
We didn't have a flag. But then the thing is, Parker, when you look at our flag, which is a cheap act of plagiarism. They just looked at the American flag with all those stars on it. At the time, the American flag didn't have 50 stars because it didn't have 50 states at the time. And they just copied the American flag. They just removed all the other stars and left one on it and took the exact same colors, the same design, and everything. Those women were not creative at all. There's no need to celebrate Susanna Louise and all those other women because they had no creativity whatsoever. They were a bunch of cheap copycats with shallow imagination or zero imagination, absolutely zero creativity. They basically just took the flag of the state of Texas. Okay? That's what those women did. Should we even be celebrating them? But why the hell did it take so long to copy the flag of the state of Texas? Why?
They were looking for the they were looking for the perfect one to use. Probably they went from place to place from a lot of flags, but they said which one would suit Liberia, and they came up with that. They said, okay, say America have all the stars or whatsoever. Let's just put one in our own and make use of it.
Well, I'll tell you this. Those women did not have any creativity. None whatsoever. What a terrible shame. Because so yesterday was Flag Day, and it's one of the many useless holidays that Liberia has. We should not be celebrating. And do you know why they have a special day celebrating Flag Day, Boga? Huh?
Yeah, they say in honor of the flag now, to respect our flag,
Well, no, there's a reason why. The reason why we have a special day for Flag Day is very simple, Boga. It's because the flag, the copycat flag, was not ready to when we declare independence. We didn't have the flag. So what they did, because they were not ready then, they decided to create a whole new date to celebrate the flag. My man, hardly do most countries in the world have a special holiday to celebrate the flag. So that's what they did. So now, because the flag was late, so they said, well, you know what? Let's celebrate a whole day. Let's set aside a whole day to celebrate the flag. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense that they would set aside a whole holiday to celebrate the flag. They had no creativity. They must have been fussing among themselves, as Lady Weata Nimle is saying here. Those women, all those women, you know what it is when you pack a lot of women together and say work together and try to create something. Then they finally say, okay, you know what, let's just take the flag of Texas. But anyway, that's another argument for another day. But we have a lot of things on our plate we're going to be talking about this morning. Last night, I had the privilege to speak with a fantastic gentleman, Mr. Daniel Mignon. Mr. Mignon lives in the state of California. He's the one behind this school in Riverside County, Moet District. The school is called Daisy Bupa Academy. Daisy Bupa Academy. This is the school where all the students pass. Baka, you remember the school was celebrating the other day on the show? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody put him in touch with me, and he and I had a wonderful conversation last night. And Friday, tomorrow, we will bring him on the show. He's a fantastic gentleman. The story behind the school is amazing. The teaching methodologies and the extra time he puts into teaching those students, I mean, it's just fantastic. Their curriculum is not a standard curriculum. Yes, they still teach according to the Ministry of Education, the approved curriculum, but they do much, much more than that. They have these television sets in the classroom. They're teaching the children visuals. They're seeing how these different things are done, mathematical solutions, chemistry problems have been solved, physics problems have been solved, and they use a lot of visuals, TV sets in a classroom for the students. They teach them, and then in anticipation and preparation for the WAS exams, they had these students they would teach for 30 minutes and then they would take a quick test. They would teach for 40 minutes, they would take a quick test. They would teach for 1 hour, they would take a quick test. And they kept doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that. And they drill those things into their students. That's why they perform so well. That's the magic. And so Brother Daniel Menyon, who is a remarkable guy, will be on our show tomorrow morning to just tell us how they did it. How that school, all the way in one of the poorest counties in the country. Riverside County, if I'm not mistaken, is the poorest county in Liberia. Okay, so there's
very, very poor.
Riverside is extremely poor.
I went Riverside County. I felt so
there is nothing there.
Of
Riverside, Sister City, there's nothing there. And this school is not even in a capital city. This school is in Moe District. I don't believe that's Cestus. It's not even in the capital. And so Brother Daniel Mayon is a fantastic guy. The story behind it, he himself was a teacher in the United States. He has retired from teaching. He now works in the private sector. He's doing something else, but he continues to invest in those children. His father started this school back in 1970-something, and he has continued on with the legacy. So we will speak with the gentleman tomorrow on the Costa Show. Now, it looks like my man Serena Cephas is going crazy. That is what it appears is happening to Serena Cephas. Serena Cephas is going crazy. Yeah. So from a flop attempt at making Musa Dean look bad with a fake letter purportedly from Musa Dean to the U.S. Embassy complaining Cephas. Now, there you go, Eileen. That's exactly what they did. A constant drilling. He kept drilling them. He kept drilling them using visuals. And the students did so well. Eileen, you don't want to miss the interview with Daniel Menyon tomorrow. Being a career teacher yourself, of course. So back to the Cephas madness, the Cephas lunacy. Serena Cephas looks like he's going crazy. Apparently, Boga, these sanctions can do so many different things to different people. And it looks as though what it's doing to Cephas is driving him mad. It appears that is what it's doing. So Cephas he produced this fake letter, which he made a lot of errors on. And he made it look like Musa Dean had written to the American ambassador complaining him Cephas. But then, of course, the U.S. Embassy issued a statement, or at least spoke with Rodney Seal from British Africa, and said, we have absolutely no record of that letter. That letter was fake. It was a fraudulent letter. Now, the second thing Cephas has done, Boaga, yesterday, Cephas put out a press release. Serena Cephas. He issued a press release yesterday, which I have here, which we're going to go to. Among other things, among other ludicrous things that Cephas said in this press release he put out yesterday, he accused Musa Dean of being an ex-official of the Council of Patriots, the COP. He accused Musa Dean of being a COP official, a member of the COP, the Council of Patriots, that I, Henry Costa, am chairman of. He says that is why Musa Dean always gives COP permits to protest. How many times did we protest? But the government didn't even want us protesting. We had to fight with them. Musa Dean, we used to give him trouble. Musa Dean now he speak to me because how much trouble I used to give him. The person he found a little more accommodating was Mo Ali. And they used to talk to each other. Two of them, they're two vibe people now. So, but to accuse Musa Dean of being a COP member, he also accused Musa Dean of being a member of SOUP. the Student Unification Party. He says, look, Cephas is going crazy, my people. Serena Cephas is going cuckoo.
Because the sanction is really working on this guy.
Yeah. No, it looks like it's working much faster on him than it is on anybody else. That is it. Serena Cephas is going crazy. Serena Cephas and Musa Dean is a COP official. And that is why every time COP wanted to protest, Dean would issue them permits. That's not the truth, according to my record. No, that is not the truth. Musa Dean always fought with us. We would go to those meetings where they brought the ECOWAS folks, and whenever COP wanted to protest, the government would lose. They would lose their marbles, completely lose their marbles, and they would bring everybody to come and try talking us out of protesting. And to say that Musa Dean is an ex-official of the COP is lunacy on steroids, absolute madness. The man's lost it. The sanctions have caused Cephas Serena to lose his mind. The man has lost his mind completely. He put a long press release. Then he goes on to say that the president should investigate the activities of Musa Dean. And he said Musa Dean is what he described as a boo weevil in the system bent on spreading misinformation about other public officials. So why does he take it out on Musa Dean? Why?
Yeah.
He takes it out on Musa Dean. Did Musa Dean tell the Americans to sanction him?
No. His own act, his own behavior in government causing the place now he is.
Listen to me.
You are advised. Listen. Don't do this. Don't do that.
Why? We need to put out this public announcement. We're recommending that Serena Cephas be placed on a suicide watch list.
Absolutely.
If there's any such thing as a suicide watch list in Liberia, we need to pay close attention to Cephas. Cephas could harm himself. He could do himself some terrible harm because the things that Cephas has been saying and doing since the sanctions, it's just beyond me. It's beyond me. We need to watch Cephas now before he does harm to himself. Yeah, Cephas wanted to be Minister of Justice so badly. That was his dream. It was his pipipa wet dream to be Minister of Justice. That didn't happen. Now he has gotten sanctioned, and that will never ever happen. Perhaps in his next life, if reincarnation is real. So Cephas is so bitter that his dream, a pipipa wet dream of becoming Minister of Justice, was cut short. Now his career as a lawyer has been destroyed beyond repair. And what becomes of him? Nothing. He's broke, clearly, accounts frozen. He's frustrated. What does he do now?
Just
put him on a suicide watch list.
Just writing. The man just releasing things.
Yeah.
Every day they come up with another press release.
Cephas, let me tell you something. Say all you want to say about Musa Dean. Now, I'm not a fan of Musa Dean, but if Musa Dean was not the Minister of Justice, to keep Cephas at bay to some extent, Cephas would have caused terrible, terrible disasters in the country. Cephas is a mad cow. He's a loose cannon. He's a dangerous, depraved human being with no modicum of morality whatsoever. There is absolutely nothing Cephas would not do to satisfy his masters. The only person that stood in his way was Musa Dean. Musa Dean may not really have balls, but Musa Dean has some morality. Musa Dean may be a scared chicken, but Musa Dean held Cephas at bay, prevented Cephas from doing many ridiculous things. You all remember. There were many times Cephas would take unilateral actions to violate people's rights in all kinds of ridiculous ways, And Dean would come up and he would say, no.
Look, overturn it.
Sometimes
Decision.
publicly.
Yeah.
So Musa Dean kept Cephas at bay, prevented him from all the ridiculous excesses that would have caused serious trouble in the country. Cephas is a very dangerous human being, you see so. He is a sycophant of the first order. He does not know how to say no to his masters. He does not know how to say no to his masters. Yes, of course, Musa Dean is spineless to a large extent. The fact that Musa Dean had to sit there and wait until the Americans issued a statement calling for the arrest, investigation, and prosecution of those domestic terrorists for brutalizing that LU student, Christopher civilly, before he finally took action, tells you what a spineless person Musa Dean is. Okay? Musa Dean knows the law. He is a brilliant lawyer. For him to have sat supinely without doing anything and only acted when the Ministry of Justice was ordered by the president. The Ministry of Justice is the one ministry that the minister can disagree by law, can disagree with the president. But Musa Dean hardly does that. So yes, he's still spineless. But compared to Cephas, he's better. And that is the truth. Dean is a better human being than Cephas. Cephas is a dangerous loose cannon. And everything that's happening to Cephas today, he deserves it. He deserves it. I have no empathy, no sympathy, nothing whatsoever for Serena Cephas. He's a dangerous mad cow that needs to be punished. And he's been punished. Who's going to hire him as a lawyer? Nobody. Who's going to give him a job anywhere? Nobody.
And Costa, from now to 2023, I see Cephas coming out with some information about this government, because if he's been marginalized because he has been sanctioned and nobody reaching out to him again, no client coming to him, they may well start speaking up on national issues, on some things that he may keep in on this government. Because the man is just speaking loosely now, writing.
That what sanctions can do. Sanctions can make people go crazy.
In less than a month, the man is acting like this. Let's talk about 2-3 months from now.
In less than 2 weeks.
Now, what I say now, in 2-3 months from now, you know what will be happening? Where now the man still using the lay packaging he having. 2-3 months from now, when I packaging.
The man told me you only have $2,700 in your bank account. Now what the people froze. But let me tell you this. Let me say that before we move on to another story here, which is interesting. By the way, we have 2 episodes of Fargon. And when we play Fargon's episodes, his tirade and his outbursts on our platform, we know it helps him. It helps to elevate him because he doesn't have a platform nowhere near as large as ours. But we enjoy it. We don't play out of sympathy to Fargon. We play it to say we're vindicated. That Fargon used to make all our muff, defend the guys, and today that's why he's here. That's why he is. He's a bitter, miserable man, frustrated. But before going to Fargon, I don't want to say something. Let me tell you this. Listen to me. And I want you to listen to me keenly and do not misconstrue me. You know me, I always tell you what it is things are. The 3 sanctioned individuals, they are trying to have their bank accounts unfrozen. Their bank accounts in Liberia that were frozen, they're trying to have them unfrozen. But I want you to listen to me very keenly. You know, the banks took speedy unilateral action to freeze their bank accounts. But they're trying to unfreeze their accounts. And here is what they're basing it on. And I spoke to a good friend of mine last night, who is a brilliant lawyer, Columbia trained and everything. The reason they're trying to have their accounts unfrozen is this. Under Liberian law, if you accuse Bupa Kamara of committing a crime, and that crime is linked to his finances or his assets, Only a Liberian court of competent jurisdiction can authorize the freezing of Boakai's assets. A bank cannot freeze. That's Liberian law. The bank must be instructed to freeze your account. Let me give you an example. When a FIU, the Financial Intelligence Unit, which is now called the FIA, right? When they were chasing those money launderers, they went to court and had a judge issue an order to freeze the bank accounts of those money launderers in all of the commercial banks in the country. So if you believe that Boubacar Camara or Henry Costa has violated the law or has done something egregious that warrants his bank account being frozen, you must go to a court to do so. So here is the thing, right? They have a point. Actually, they are right. The sanction is a political action. It's not a legal action. And even if it were a legal action, it does not have legal jurisdiction in Liberia. So I'm saying this to say that is what they are using now to have their accounts unfrozen. Because under Liberian law, if you say John Tobakwali stole $1 million from you and deposited it in his bank account, you cannot just go to the bank and tell the bank to freeze the bank account. You must go to the court and get a court order to freeze the account. But here's why the banks did what they did. And the banks were acting to protect themselves. And you can't blame the banks.
Yeah.
These banks, all of these banks that moved immediately upon the announcement of the sanctions to freeze these bank accounts, here's what the banks did. The banks don't want to be in trouble with Uncle Sam. These banks have corresponding banking relationships with American banks. So the Americans can sanction these banks for doing business with these sanctioned or targeted individuals. So that's why the banks move. But what the banks should have done, Waka? Now let me ask you, what do you think the banks should have? These banks should have done, Waka?
They should have waited for a complaint.
No, they should have called the individuals who have monies in their various banks. Serena Cephas, we'll get you 24 hours. I can't get your money out. The banks themselves don't have the authority to freeze somebody's account. You understand what I'm saying? Only the court, only the court can freeze somebody's account. So what the banks should have done, and I'm not advocating for them, but I'm just telling you what the law is. That's the law. And the law is the law. Whether you like it or not, it is the law. No bank got the power to freeze your account. What the bank should have done, the bank should have called them immediately. My man, can't get your money out. Because no bank has any authority to freeze anybody's account. You know, I never thought about it that way until my friend, the lawyer, told me last night. He said, my man, they have a point. The bank can freeze someone's account. Call the person and take their money out. Because if you put your money in bank, you know that bank is under obligation to protect that money. The only person that can take that money from that bank is who?
Not you.
Exactly. So the banks should have called them to take their monies out. But go ahead and make your point.
The statement from the Americans said that all their accounts should be frozen. So the bank was acting on what came from the embassy. So you said that the local banks in Liberia are in partnership with banks in the United States of America, and anything can happen to them anytime. So if they can go by the message that was sent to them by the American embassy, don't you think they'll be having trouble with international banks?
Well, you are not understanding the point that the lawyer made to me. The lawyer said to me, and he's a brilliant lawyer. And I'm pretty sure other lawyers, I will speak to my friend, another brilliant lawyer, Lloyd Scott, and he will tell me this also. I'm sure he will confirm this. The banks don't have the authority to freeze your account. Only the court can freeze your account. Even if the government wants to freeze your account, you know what the government does? The government goes to what?
To the court.
Yes. Well, you know this, Waka. So what the bank should have done, the bank should have called them. My man, we'll get you 24 hours. Can't get your money out. The banks are right. And I understand why the banks don't want to get in trouble with America. You think the banks would risk getting in trouble with America for these three individuals? I stand with the banks. I do. But look at the other person say the lawyer is wrong. You know the law. Nobody can freeze anybody's account in Liberia unless the court. Let me ask you another question. When you owe the government money and the government goes to collect, does the government have the power to shut down your business?
No.
Where do they go to shut your business down or your place down?
They go to the court. The court will send people to come and close your business.
Thank you. A court order. That's the law.
Yeah.
So you understand the point? Look at some of you arguing. Your friend is in error. You know the law? Yeah, man. When you see some people be arguing about things what they don't even know, you don't know the law. In fact, we should try to get a lawyer on here this morning. Some of you argue about things you don't know. I didn't even know. I thought the banks acted correctly. But no, legally speaking, the banks did not act correctly. No bank can seize somebody's money without a court order. That's the law. That is the law. So don't argue when you don't know. This is what my friend told me last night. Yeah, this is what my friend told me last night. He's a brilliant lawyer. You cannot freeze somebody's account without a court order. Tell them to get their money out. So that's it. So those of you, look at all of you. Are you a lawyer? Thomas Crow, are you a lawyer? You're not a lawyer. None of your lawyers. And that's the thing with you Liberians. Everybody want to they know something. I didn't even know this. I thought the banks were right.
Yeah, for this particular issue, a lot of people will go in favor of the bank, but the action they took.
No, but it is not about emotions, Boaka. It is not about emotions. It is about the law. You understand? It is about the law. Tell them to get their monies out of the banks. But the bank, so don't be surprised. Now I'm saying this to say, don't be surprised that the court will, if these guys go, and the court may ask them to unfreeze the people's accounts to get their money out. Because the banks have the right to tell you that they don't want you to save with them. The banks have the right to tell you that we don't want you saving your money with us. Take your money out. Take your money out.
Do you think any lawyer waiting right now to put herself in harm's way?
No. Who told you to hire America West? That because you represent some of the people that they will post sanction on you? It doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way, Bogey. That's not the way the law works. The Americans don't work that way, Bogey. You can talk to the people who are sanctioned, but you cannot do certain transactions with them. You understand? You cannot engage them in a certain way, but you can deal with them.
Yeah, but Costa now.
So they have the right to be represented.
Yeah. Okay, for you now, you be for Eastern, you are a lawyer, and I'm part of those that were sanctioned.
Look at my man. Look at my man. Look at my man Degola saying why if the sanction is a court order? Hey man, Degola, man, what kind of question is that? What do you mean by the sanction a court order? Damn it, man. I mean, you my own man. Don't ask that kind of question, man. I see for you say no sanction is a court order. The sanction is a political action. It's not from a U.S. court. It's from the U.S. Treasury Department. I support the sanctions 100%, but I'm just telling you what my friend told me last night, who was a brilliant lawyer. So the banks can ask the people to take their money out. Take your money out. We don't want to keep your money. And you see the other stupid guy talking about Costa advocating for the individuals. Why are some of you so dumb? Some of you are so dumb. You don't like to hear the truth. Even when the truth doesn't. I'm telling you what a friend of mine told me, and he's a lawyer. No bank can freeze anybody's account without a court order. That is the law. If you think I am preaching for them, that's your damn business. Some of you are just so stupid. What is there about preaching for them? The bank cannot freeze your account. It's not a court order. So yes, I'm preaching for Bill Torrey, who got me in court, making me spend a lot of foolish money. Serena Cephas, the dangerous guy. I'm preaching for him. Are you happy now? Yes. You hate to hear the truth. You hate to hear the truth. The truth is the truth. Our job here is to educate you. The same way when we told you the last time that a Supreme Court ruling says that when the president, if the president is not impeached from office for crimes committed, when he leaves office, you can never prosecute him. He has blanket immunity for the rest of his life. Oh, some of you, when you are left, oh, Costa teaching Joe, we are how to get away with all the crimes he's committing. Your level of intelligence is just so limited. By the time somebody tells you a piece of fact, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear the fact. The fact is the fact. Sometimes the truth is the truth. You don't even want to hear it, but that is your business. I'm a very well-educated man, and we are here to educate you. The fact is, you cannot freeze somebody's account without a court order. Okay, let me ask you something. When you have a tenant in your house and the man does not pay your rent and you want to evict him, how do you evict him?
You go to the court.
Why don't you just take your things and throw it outside?
No, it's against the law.
When the man was moving into your house, did the court put him in your house?
Nope.
Who put him in your house?
The landlord.
Okay, why do you think you go to the court?
Because that's a process.
It is a process. Your own house. You cannot throw the tenants' things outside without the court getting involved. That's the law. You don't want to hear the law? I will educate you on the law. The law is you cannot freeze somebody's account without a court order. That's Liberian law. Whether you like it or not, it is the law. If you think I'm preaching for them, that's your business.
So
that is the law.
The FIU, probably FIU have moved in also and tell the banks to freeze their account.
Let me give you an example. The former Nigerian Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, many years ago, he took a huge bribe from the German telecoms company called Siemens. Millions of dollars in bribes. You know what happened? He and his wife sent the bribe money to be saved in American banks. The DOJ was instructed by the US Senate after they had a public hearing into Atiku's illicit financial dealings. The Department of Justice of the US government, they went to the court, to a federal court, and got a court order to freeze his bank account. When the court went to Donald Trump's home, the documents they were going for, who did the documents belong to? Poor guy, did you follow what happened in America? The documents that the US government, the FBI went to Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate for those documents. Who did those documents belong to? To the US government. Okay, fine, I will not ask you that. Those sensitive documents belong to the US government. But guess what happened? Did the FBI just barge into Trump's property to take those documents? No.
Nope.
The FBI went to a court and got a court order. To go into Trump's property to take those documents away. That's the way it works. The very same Americans do that. They went and got a court order. The documents that Trump took belong to the US government. But the US government didn't just go to Trump's place to take the documents. The US government went to the court and got court order. I'm trying to educate you. And some of you are, oh, okay, I see. And maybe you're backing for Cephas then. You have to go to court. The US government wanted their own documents. But they did not just go to Trump's place to get it. The US government took a decision to freeze the assets of the vice president of Equatorial Guinea, Teodoro Obiang Nguema, the son. You know what they did? They went and got the DOJ. When they investigated and found out that the property he bought in Malibu, California, worth some $30 million, they went to the court and got a court order to freeze his properties, his cars, his fleet of luxury cars, his bank account, they got a court order to freeze it. So right here in America, that's what the American government does. So here is what our government should have done. These individuals that have been targeted, they should have gone and gotten a court order to freeze their accounts. That's what they should have done. Or the banks should tell them to go and take their monies out. That is the way the law works almost all over the world. It is as simple as that. So for you to say that I was advocating for sanctions, but now I'm advocating for the individuals because I'm simply telling you the way the law works, that's your business. You're crazy. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move on to another topic here. So Eugene Fargon has been out there crying. Well, I send you some of the clips. Please play those clips for us. And as I say, we're not here feeling sympathetic for Eugene Fargon. When Fargon was in this government, Fargon behaved as though
there was never tomorrow.
He behaved as though there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
That Liberia would end with CDC. But today, Fargon is crying. Fargon says he will never campaign for George Weah for free. They must pay him. But this much I can tell Fargon. I don't think you know George Weah. George Weah will never pay you 1 cent to campaign for him. They will never pay you any money to campaign for him. Because first of all, they feel to do so would mean that they are compromising with you. To do so would mean that they are compromising with you. And they will never do that. Good. I just highlighted a comment from Alex Wapo. Let's read it. He said, in 2002, when the tailors targeted individuals went to the court in Liberia, the court ruled that the bank cannot freeze their account or assets of any Liberian in the Republic of Liberia due to OFAC sanctions. Said that the jurisdiction does not extend or doesn't extend to Liberia. There you go. Baga, you see this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
So you see what Mr. Wapo just wrote here? In 2002, when they put child sellers people on sanctions in Liberia, the tailor people that were sanctioned went to the court. And the court said, you cannot sanction, you cannot freeze their accounts. The court told the banks, you cannot freeze these people's accounts because the OFAC sanctions do not have jurisdiction in Liberia. You cannot freeze their accounts. At least somebody else is saying this. Somebody with knowledge. Somebody with serious knowledge of the matter. So I don't want to highlight that particular comment and read it for you. So there's precedent. You know what precedent is? This same situation occurred before in 2002. People were targeted and the bank froze their account, but the court said you cannot freeze their account. Nobody talking for anybody here. What do some of you people don't understand?
So people
what is wrong with Liberian people? No.
Suppose maybe that LD account they will get and they will not get a
you know, ABK, you are wrong. You don't understand this issue. You are not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Be brother. Don't argue about this. You don't understand it. There's a
we hope we can get a lawyer to better explain to our people.
Man,
because
no matter who tells them, even if they go to court, suppose they say the court is wrong. The law is the law. Only the court can freeze somebody's account. Jesus. Hey, how many times would you say this? There's precedent in the law. Somebody say, the other person said different times, different sanctions. There you go again. Man, let's just move on here. They will never understand it. Some people just take their brain and just resign to not understand anything. Let's move on. But I'm just preparing you because the bank will unfreeze the people's account. When the banks I order to unfreeze the people's account. Some of you say, oh, the court, the court, that. You cannot say that because that is the law of our country. Yeah. But my man, I will just leave it and move on. Because no matter what I say here, no matter what the experts say here, you will never agree. So let's just forget it. Let's move on. You win. You are right. Any bank can freeze anybody account when the bank wants to. You're all right. I agree with you. You are all right. Let's move on. Okay. Play the Fargon clip. So Fargon is saying that the only way he will campaign for George Weah is unless they pay him. Okay.
Yeah.
Today is August 25th, 2022. They will never pay Fargon 1 cent. No matter how many times Fargon talk. George Weah hates for people to think that they can challenge him. George Weah will never give you 1 cent. No matter how much you talk, they will never pay you 1 cent to campaign for them. But you see, it's sweet for Fargon. So all that big money you're making, not knowing he was suffering. They say when the belly got sweating, you can't even tell it's sweating because of the hair.
Costa, this is what happening to Fargon.
They will never pay you money.
When Fargon left the government, he had hope in one person. One day he could come back, which is Nathaniel McGill. So the sanctioning of Nathaniel McGill has, getting to Fargon that there is no hope.
He tune changed right after McGill was sanctioned completely.
So that's it. He was receiving, he was getting benefit from McGill, doing everything from McGill. Soon they sanctioned McGill. Everything about Fargon changed. Everything.
You are right, Baga. You are so right. Listen, you are so right. Fargon used to criticize small. He used to do bite and blow with the CDC people. But the moment the sanctions came, Fargon probably said, if any man, there's no way I will get a job again with CDC government. Fargon went all out against Weah. So apparently, just what you said, apparently, Fargon is saying there is no way I will get anything from these guys because my man Fallow has been sanctioned. So therefore, I'm going to go all out and attack them. That's what Fargon is doing now. That's exactly what Fargon tune never used to be as harsh as it is now on CDC. He used to be, President Weah, if you want to get re-elected, you must do the one. He's giving advice.
Yeah, advice.
He's giving advice and he's making recommendations. That's how Fargon used to behave. But the moment the sanctions came, Fargon just let it loose. Fargon is gone. My man, go play the thing. Go play the 2 clips. I send them to George.
Yeah, I get it.
Fargon is saying the reasons for which he will not campaign for the CDC. Go listen to him. From there, we'll move on to the Liberty Party or the ANC and LP. I've said something. Braga, hold on before you play this clip. I said the other day, I want us to have peace in the opposition. I've said it. And I intend to maintain that. I don't want to go back in the gutter and be fighting. But Braga, it is so difficult to make peace with people who don't want to be in peace with you. What the ANC people did a few days ago is so terrible that I just give up. For me, that was a straw that broke the camel's back for me. I've just written Cummings off completely. I'm not going to go back to fight with them. I don't have the energy nor the desire to do that. But for Cummings to think that he can sign a collaboration agreement with Liberty Party without Yumbly, before you go play the Falcon, let me say this. Liberty Party is a predominant what tribe party?
Bazolan.
It doesn't mean other tribes are not in Liberty Party. I know tons of people who are in Liberty Party who are Liberty people. But the predominant base of Liberty Party is Grand Bassa. What tribe is Musa Belete?
Mandingo from Nima.
Can Musa Belete deliver Liberty Party?
Absolutely not.
Why would Cummings? And Samuel Wama Ogonti. Pa, you say you are not going to be following the show. Yeah, I know what you're doing here, sir. Some of you just told your brain, you put it on your foot. You think Musa ability can bring Liberty Party base to Cummings? Liberty Party is a predominantly Bassa party. Since that party was founded, they have been third place in every election. Which county makes them third place? They're Bassa people.
Grand Bassa, Rivers, part of River says.
Part of River says Grand Bassa. Musa ability that Mandingo man can deliver Bassa votes. Is it not clear? Brunskin King third place in successive elections. It was not because of Bong County. It was not because of Lofa County. It was because of Grand Bassa and part of Riverside County or parts of Riverside County. Now you go and sign an agreement. First of all, the Liberty Party's constitution is crystal clear on how it can enter agreements with other political parties. Jackie, you are misunderstanding my point here. Again, you two, you are a disappointment. You're a highly educated woman. You're not getting the point I'm making. And listen to the point I'm making. The point is this. Liberty Party cannot sign an agreement without the political leader. What is wrong with you people? It takes two. The original CPP agreement, when all four parties sign, almost all the parties have the same constitutions. It takes what? Two people, the chairman and the political leader, to sign any agreement. That's the point I'm making, Jackie. And you don't want to understand it. This is not a tribalist argument. The argument is one based on legality and common sense. Political prudence. The Liberty Party, like most parties, it takes two people, the standard bearer and the chairman, to sign any agreement. Jackie, and I will keep calling you out because I have so much regard for you, but you don't want to see common sense because you're supporting Cummings. You want to buy a piece of land. The land is owned by several siblings, two brothers. Would you let one brother sell that land to you? Does incomplete. One brother have the authority to sell the land to you? No.
Nope.
One person cannot sell the land to you because the land must be sold by all two owners. That is the point I'm trying to make. You cannot sign a deal with Musa Ability alone. Musa Ability is not the political leader. He is only the chairman of the party. To sign the agreement, they see in the same to, Yombly wants to be vice president. She has a right to want to be vice president. The same predicament faces Yombly. And let me balance this argument so you all can understand. Not even Yombly can take Liberty Party to sign an agreement with Joseph Boakai or with UP. Are you listening to me? If Yombly, and I've told people this, that when they were talking about forming a new collaboration, and they say, oh, Yombly will come join. And I told my friends in the CPP, but as much as we know Yombly controls the party, Yombly is the leader of the party. The people will follow Yombly. I can't say to you the people will follow Yombly the same way they follow Bromsky. Yombly is not Bromsky. Yombly is not Bromsky. But here is the thing. Here is the thing. If Yombly wanted to sign an agreement with the Unity Party in the name of Liberty Party, it is not possible because Musa Ability would have to sign too. So that's the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that neither of them can sign any agreement without the other. They both must sign the agreement for the agreement to be valid. And Jackie, stop being sentimental. You Cummings supporters. This is not an attack on Cummings. It is not an attack on Alice Cummings. If Yombly wanted to sign a collaborative agreement with Joe Boakai today, she cannot. In the name of Liberty Party. She cannot, because she would need Musa Belete's signature for that agreement to be valid. That is the argument I'm making. The second argument I am making here is you signed an illegitimate agreement, because that agreement is illegitimate. That agreement is illegitimate because the political leader must sign the agreement. The political leader must sign the agreement. Yombli cannot sign an agreement with anybody without Musa. Musa cannot sign an agreement with anybody without Yombli. The two of them must sign together. I'm being objective here. They both of them must sign the agreement together. That's the point I'm making. So, Liberty Party, Yombli is going to go to court to say that the agreement Belete signed with Cummings, she did not approve it. And in their constitution, the political leader must approve. The political leader must sign. That is what is in their constitution. So does Cummings not know this? Does Cummings not know that the political leader must sign? When his ANC joined the CPP, how many people signed for the ANC? 2 persons. Mr. Cummings and Senator Daniel Nitien, the chairman of the party. 2 persons signed. That is how it is done. For you to allow Musa ability to fool you and tell you that you have signed an agreement. Oh my God, I don't get it. And forget it. They talk about I'm being tribal, I'm being tribalistic. Can Musa ability deliver Grand Bassa to Cummings? Musa ability cannot deliver Grand Bassa to Cummings or to anybody for that matter.
Well, Musa himself focused on winning election in Nima County.
In Nima County, where he is a minority tribe. Liberians are very tribalistic. Liberians are tribalistic in how they vote and all. Musa Belete is a minority tribe in Nimba County. Saklepi. Saklepi has Mandingo people. But the Mandingo people there, they are the minority. Can Musa Belete deliver Grand Bassa County to Cummings? And you seriously, if Mr. Cummings believes that Musa Belete can deliver Grand Bassa to him, then Cummings should not be in politics. Okay? If Musa Belete believes that a Mandingo man can deliver a Bassa party to him, then you're talking about being tribalistic. This is just the way it is. You look, Musa Belete cannot deliver the same way. What is the largest Mandingo territory in Liberia? Baga, you are the Mandingo man. I'm asking you.
Kwadugboni.
Thank you. Thank you, Baga. If you and I were running for a position in Kwadugboni, who has a better chance of winning?
Yes, I do.
Because of what?
My tribe, my religion.
Because you're Mandingo. Let me ask you another question. Since representative elections, all these elections, when was the last time a non-Mandingo person became representative from Kwadugboni district? The current representative from Kwadugboni is who?
Mandingo, Muslim.
Mandingo Muslim. The one before her was who?
Mandingo.
And before her again?
Mandingo, Muslim.
Every single representative from Kwadugboni is a Mandingo and a Muslim. I'm a Pele Congo man. If no matter what kind of work I did in Kwadugboni, the people of Kwadugboni would never leave a Mandingo person and vote for a Pele person. That is the way Liberian politics works. Simple. It is as simple as that. So, Liberty Party, since Bromsky and his people formed the Liberty Party, which county has Liberty Party won in in successive elections.
Grand Bassa County.
And River says.
River says, yeah.
So are you saying that a Musa Belete, a Mandingo man, and call me tribalistic all you want, but that Liberian politics is tribalistic. That's the way it works. Musa Belete cannot deliver Grand Bassa to anybody. The same way Yombly cannot deliver Nimba to anybody. Prince Johnson, do you think Prince Johnson could get elected in Bond County or in Lofa County? Only Nimba can Prince Johnson win an election. No matter what you say about Prince Johnson, he will win Nimba every single time. Liberians are very tribalistic in how they vote and tribalistic in so many ways, in other ways. It is as simple as that. So you are telling me, and I'm telling you the fact, and you all know it, but you're pretending not to know it. You think a Musa Belete can deliver a Grand Bassa to you? You think the Bassa people will follow a Mandingo man? Or that the Mandingo people will follow a Bassa person? That's not the way Liberian people vote.
The only country I think that don't vote on such things is Massacre County, to be specific.
Because Massacre, everybody comes to Massacre.
Yeah, everybody coming to Massacre. But apart from Massacre, all other counties.
Dar es Salaam is from where?
Grand Bassa.
But Bassa people in Massacre too. Sir Joseph, the other senator from Massacre, where is he from?
Lofa.
He's a Kisi man. So the people in Massacre don't care because Massacre is a microcosm. All the tribes are in Massacre.
But other
than that, when you go into the other counties, my man, if you're not from there, you can't win election there.
Yeah, we're not talking about poverty counties. And
bombing is unique. Edwin Snow won bombing because bombing is so poor. And the people of Bummy were frustrated with their own politicians and they voted for an outsider. That's a unique case. That's what happened in Bummy. Bummy is so poor that people don't care about that. When you do something good there, they will vote for you. And Snow had a farm there. Not that the farm belongs to them, but the idea is that they looked at him and they looked at their own people and said, okay, we'll carry the guy because the guy got something here. So the point I'm trying to make to you is, the Bassa people will not follow a Mandingo man. And in this case, and by the way, Snow is a Gola male. Just so you know, Bwaga. You know Snow went to school in Snow is originally from Bummy, or his family from Bummy. Snow is Gola. Don't forget. Jeremy Bachelor, you are right. Snow is originally from Bummy. He went to school there and all. So Snow, not no stranger. People can say Snow that's Stringer. The reason Snow even built that farm in Bummy was because that's his home. He's from Bummy. Snow is from Bummy. That Gola man. Now I heard. But listen to this.
Criminal, professional criminal. That's what we say.
He is. But that's not the point. The point, well, some people say Baza Gola, but anyway, but the point I'm trying to make here is Liberian people are very tribalistic when it comes to how they vote. The ANC signing an agreement with Belete without the political leader of the party, that agreement is not valid. Yombly should go to court. I don't even need to tell her to go to court. I don't need to. I don't need to tell Yombly to go to court. But when Yombly goes to court, the court will rule that the agreement is not valid. What did the court recently do? Did the court not recently order Belete and Yombly to correct the Constitution and resubmit it to the NEC?
Yeah, they did.
The Supreme Court just did that. Did the Supreme Court not recognize Yombly as political leader and ability as chairman recently, boy guy?
The court did.
The court recently recognized Yombly and ability as chairman and political leader, respectively. The court recently did that. Oh, man. I'm stressed now. Look, I'm stressed, boy. I need to dial it down a little bit. I'm stressed because this thing here is just crazy. Look, this is not a campaign against, like I told y'all, you will never see me here forcing him, fighting with Cummings and his people. I'm not going to do that anymore. But I'm just sitting there and looking at it. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm feeling some neck pain. I know my haters would love to hear that, but I will not die. I will go take some Advil and I will be okay. We're about to go to the phone lines now to take some calls.
Look, we have to play our Fargon. We have to
Fargon voice. Yeah. So yeah, you'll be happy because I say I'm feeling neck pain. I actually am feeling some pain in my neck, but I'll be okay. It happens to me when I'm stressed, and this situation is very stressful. You understand? The Supreme Court recently recognized Yombly and Bility as chairman and political leader, respectively. The Supreme Court recently did that. The Supreme Court recently made them do what? Correct the Constitution and resubmit it. The Supreme Court did that. The Supreme Court did that. So when Yombly goes to the Supreme Court to say that my chairman went and signed an agreement with another party without me, the Supreme Court cannot say anything other than the fact that such an agreement is not valid. Why would an educated and experienced man like Alice Cummings allow himself to be played a fool out of by a sleazy crook like Musa? That is just beyond me. This is not about saying Cummings should not be president or should be president. I've got no problem with Cummings wanting to be whatever he wants to be. I'm not here to fight anymore with Cummings people. I'm not breaking this vow. Nobody can make me break this vow that I made myself. Not even a Joe Walker that I support. If Joe Walker called me today and said, Henry, I want us to wage war on Alice Cummings, I would say, Uncle Joe, with all due respect, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. If Joe Walker calls me today and asks me to wage war on Alice Cummings, I will tell Uncle Joe respectfully, no. Just so you know how serious I am with this. But such a thing cannot happen, and a guy like myself don't say anything about it. You know, how can Cummings sign an agreement with one person when the Constitution of LP requires that the two people must sign an agreement for it to be valid? Where are the Cummings supporters now? The ones that have common sense. The ones that have common sense. Where are you? How can you sign an agreement with one person when the Constitution of that party says you must sign it with two people for it to be valid? Amen. Amen. They want a common sense. They want a practicing loyalty. How you can go buy land from the wife and you leave the husband off when the husband and the wife, both of them own the land and both of them are still alive? And you back in that kind of thing? You see, you are no different from seditions. When sedition back Joe, we are on everything. You ANC people, you complain. Oh, you see it? You see? Joe, we are there. But you do the same thing. If you look at Cummings and say, but Alice Cummings, we are supporting you. But how can you sign agreement with Bility and leave Yombly out? You were there. If you look at Cummings and tell Cummings the truth, they want you do you without understand they want you. How you will sign agreement with one person and leave the other person off? Something will happen to you. So some of you that's why I tell you, you're no different from seditions. All of you are the same. You people are the same. They not want to hear the truth. If you tell them the truth about Joe Bugger or the truth about UP, they will get angry. Hey, your people are the same thing. They don't mean I'm above party. I'm above party. My party is the Republic of Liberia. All of you the same. All of you, the partisan, they sing. Then somebody told the truth about Bwaga, you will get mad. I will not defend Bwaga when somebody says the truth about him. If you lie about Joseph Bwaga, I will defend him. That's my philosophy going forward. I made the decision ever since. I got to a point about a year and a half ago, I said to myself, I will never be anybody's, anything you hear me talking here, I'm not talking about Joe Bwaga. Joe Bwaga does not tell me to attack somebody, and even if he did, I will not listen to him because I don't take instructions from anybody, because I don't work for anybody. I don't work for Ure. I don't work for Bwaga. I work for the Liberian people. I work for my conscience. So when you look at your political leader and say, but Chief, well, I support you for president, right? But you signed an agreement with Billy and you leave Yombly, or you think that agreement will be valid, Chief?
But Musa suspended Yombly, so he's acting alone.
Listen to me. How you were suspended? Look at you, Terry. You with man? Talk about you disagree. You be partisan. You, Terry. You. Just shut up, man, Terry. Terry, just shut up. You all do the same thing. You all behave the same way. The die-hard fanatical thing, loyalty. You all do the same thing. You just shut up, man. You do the same thing. Anything your political leader does is right. Anything your party does is right. That's nonsense. I don't do that nonsense. I used to do it before. I used to be a blind loyalist before. I will not lie. I used to do it. But no more will Henry Costa do that. I'm a different Henry Costa since a year and a half ago. I made that decision. My philosophy now, I'm above party. My lawyer, that's why I can tell my loyalty now to somebody. The other day, one of my friends called me, oh, my man, you say, when you say the thing, and your loyalty is to your country and not to the party, you think you confuse it. My loyalty is not to Joe Bwaga. My loyalty is to the country. The reason I support Joe Bwaga is because of my country, not because of Joe Bwaga. Hello? Joe Bwaga, that's not my power, that's not my relative, that's not nothing. I support him for country's sake, not for himself. That is the truth about me. That is the truth about Henry Costa, whether you like it or not. That is the truth. So the point about it is this. Why can't you tell your man the truth? Look at your political leader and say, but wait now. How can we sign an agreement with one person, lead the other person up? Bwaga, how can such an agreement work? My man, play the Fargon video. Yeah? There people there, they can just hear my ears sometimes. Because sometimes I sit and look at it and say, but what kind of madness is this? Yombly is going to go to court. And the court will more than likely agree that the agreement is illegitimate. To all my supporters who support Bwaga and those other people, don't be a blind loyalist, not even for me. To all my supporters who are supporting these candidates, do not be a blind loyalist. Don't do that. Blind loyalist, bow. Blind loyalty is a terrible thing. People look at their leaders do terrible mistakes, and they don't have the courage to tell them that they've made terrible mistakes. You will never hear me attacking Cummings here. I'm done with this. I will never do that. But I will speak the truth. I will speak the truth. The truth is the agreement Cummings signed with Liberty Party is not a legitimate agreement. Yombly should go to court, and the court will more than likely overturn that agreement. Bwaga, play the Fargon clips, and then we'll go to the phone lines.
And I think we'll look at the designated Chief Justice Siana Yo. I don't know if you want to speak on that, or we should make that for tomorrow.
Siana Yo has been appointed. So what? It was expected. The rumors were correct that she would be appointed Chief Justice. Yeah, that's it. Bwaga, there's nothing to talk about. She is 67 years old, so she's only got 3 years to sit on the bench as Supreme Court Chief Justice. That's it. What else there to talk about, Bwaga? Eh?
Her fate and road. We are approaching 2023. And
yeah,
you
but
know,
brother, let's not waste our time with that. Serena Yo will be the Chief Justice. Those boys will confirm her. Forget it. Let's move on. And besides, I'm glad that she's not an outsider. She's been on the bench for years. She has experience. But Liberian people, Serena Yo now will become beholden to Georgia because they made her Chief Justice. That's how Liberia works. Even where the person has independence, they still decide to be a poodle that they will manipulate and control. Do not expect Serena Yo to be independent because she's a well-rounded, educated, experienced woman, and that Georgia cannot remove her from the Supreme Court. Still, Serena Yo will do whatever Georgia wants. I'm pretty sure they had a conversation with her. Oh, you know, we're sending you to the Chief Justice position here. You know, we're gonna put somebody else there, but we'll put you there. You gotta do our bidding. Anything we want, you gotta do it. Don't be surprised, my brother. That's the way it works. Man, you lead that team, man. Look, this is a country where people have tenured positions, but yet they still do exactly what the president wants them to do. They still do anything the president wants them to do because they want to be in the president's good graces. So forget that. Forget that thing. Sienna, yo, I'm asking my sister Yombly to go to the Supreme Court about this thing that Musa Ability and his people have done. Not even to neck to the Supreme Court. I think they can go there and have that agreement nullified. That agreement. Under the law, what does it say? There's a maxim in law. What is not done right is not done at all. It is not done at all. I'm waiting for one ANC person to put their hand up and say, Costa, you have a point. I support Mr. Cummings. But the agreement here, they sign, how the agreement will hold with all the other, because look at the CPP agreement. All the four parties that signed it, both their chairman and their political leaders signed to make it binding, to make it legal. But how you can sign agreement with a wife and lead a husband, and the two of them own the thing, the two of them get the right to it. Then you say you not sign agreement. How you that the boy you know? But I play the Fargon clip. Let's go take some calls.
All right. Let's take this is the voice of Eugene Fargon, former former Minister of Public Affairs at the Ministry of Information. Yeah, you know, the facts and fashion man.
I'm not stupid to use me and dump me.
But I play the first one. Then you play that one is the second part. Episode 2. Okay. Play episode 1. You can start with episode 2. You start with episode 1 and you work your way to episode 2.
Let's review. And I stand by what I said. I'm not stupid. I cannot get for late here to drive for the $7,000 car. That's what I should campaign for. That means you want to campaign for your stepson to wash a car with Moet champagne, $350 US. That means you want to campaign for Eugene to eat lobster and be showing a PB chicken there and driving an $8,000 car. That means you want to campaign. That means you want to campaign for Janako to be Controller General while he worked at PPCC boss. That means you want to campaign for Percy Yeke to be head of Lace while he worked at one of the big women to NASCO. That means you want to campaign for Emma Gasco to be the head of NAFA while her husband is a consultant to Maritime. Oh, that means you want to campaign so family affairs can happen. I'm going into detail.
Okay, that's the first one. Let's take the second one quickly.
Unless you really, I'm not stupid to use me and dump me for your business. House, I lost. Cars, I lost. Marriage, I lost. Business, everybody saw it, I lost. Bank account, I lost. I don't want to go further.
I'm over there.
My only reward was a stupid job and a smoking car. Tete and Lana given to me by Mary Bro.
Play the one again. Play the one again. A stupid job and a smoking car. Jesus. Play again. Like, only reward.
Literally first siren for Fargon and gave you a smoking car and it was stupid.
Fargon said, nobody's stupid here. You gave me one old car and a smoking car and a stupid job. Play again, boy. Play.
Pay for you unless you pay me. I'm not stupid. To use me and dump me for your business. House are lost. Cars are lost. Marriage are lost. Business, everybody saw it, are lost. Bank account are lost. I don't want to go for it.
Yes.
My only reward was a stupid job and a smoking car. Tete and Ratty came on to me by Mary Pro out of sympathy.
That is the best part. Play again. Look, we need to make a song all of the thing. Marriage are lost. Business are lost. That part that you can make a good song. Just make a beat for that. And just play. Play one more time. We'll make a song out of that.
Try to talk to Fargon. Let's bring it on. They may have to express himself.
In fact, I'm going to reach out to Fargon and try to schedule an exclusive interview with him. We're going to bring the man on, but play that clip one more time. One more time. Play it.
Pay for you unless you pay me. I'm not stupid. To use me and dump me for your business. House are lost. Cars are lost. Marriage are lost. Business, everybody saw it, are lost. Bank account are lost. I don't want to go for it. My only reward was a stupid job and a smoking car. Tete and Ratty came on to me by Mary Pro out of sympathy.
Okay, so me and the man chatting right now. Me and Fargon chatting right now. So Fargon, he laughing. He laughing. The man wasn't the show. So Fargon, we were at my beginning say he will add a song to it. He will make one song. Marriage I lost. Business I lost. For one stupid job and a smoking car. Dirty and ratty. We'll make a song. Yes.
Yeah, there's just a message to other seditions, Costa. If a man, a voice like Fargon can be speaking like this today, that defended the Weirle administration to the core and blood can come out in such a manner, you serving that position today in government should take a cue from Fargon.
Of course.
Anything can happen at any time.
Yes. They can jump you by the way, sir.
Yeah.
Fargon was not rewarded for all his sacrifices. And look, say what you may about Fargon, but Fargon worked hard. Fargon used to be in the ALP. Fargon was in the ALP. We'll try to schedule an exclusive interview with Fargon for Monday of next week. Fargon was an ALP man. He used to propagate the ALP message until they recruited Fargon. So CDC. Fargon worked very hard. After the election, Fargon went to Liberia. He spent months there. He didn't get a job. He came back to the US. I'm told Fargon had to spend money to lobby for that job. $10,000. And his wife left him.
You know, he lost a lot. We had a show for Fargon on the radio.
Yeah. So let's go take some calls there, boy guy. Let's go take some calls.
0770102-102-086-010-383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. The smoking car and a useless job for Fargon.
Let's take some calls.
Let's take this person.
We're on the radio as well.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Wanda. Good morning, Dr. Costa.
Yeah, Nima joining us from quickly 1 minute.
Yes, I'm here smoking there. I'm calling for the prayer of the capital.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Costa talking. Thank you for your talking point this morning. For me, I want to apologize for the leader, Mr. Comey, the decisions that he's making. The decision is not in the interest of the ANC because you don't make decisions that are we on the ground. We do everything possible whenever we're saying something about commies. But if the commies be making kind of decision in my mind, I don't think it would be a good decision that you be making. So, Helen Dr. Costa, thank you for taking me on. We don't hate him, but the problem we need to carry the truth. We shouldn't have it for him. They will criticize him, the CDC today. But some of the things that you don't want to listen to the people that take decisions, that's what it takes there. So, Helen Dr. Costa, thank you this morning for bringing information to us. And Mr. Cummings got to listen to us and hear us. Thank you.
Oh. Okay, thank you so much. Let's take somebody from this line 0770-102-102-86 010-383. Okay, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Buckeye. Good morning, Costa. How are you?
I'm okay. Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
My name is Sheikh Abdullah Kaya, and I join you from Cardwell.
Welcome.
Buckeye, let Fargon Leos, man. Fargon, Fargon is not a person that you would depend on. Fargon was the same person that used to be causing people on air as deputy minister, information minister. He used to be insulting people all around here. And then now Joshua Judge is basing, he grew on saying all kinds of nonsense. Then you leave people, man. Then you go back to George Pierre. Nobody want him.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's take Sika Chipo, the religious advisor to the Costa Show. Let's see if we can take him here. Oh, we mess up on you there, my brother. You have to call back. Let's take Noah Zhao Gibson. Noah, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome, Noah. You're live.
Good morning.
Welcome, Noah. You're live.
Okay, this is Noah Zhao Gibson. I'm coming from Chapin Freeway, Chicotan. But let me say this before I make my point that as of today's date, I'm not going to be a normal regular caller because I have not been appointed to a bigger portfolio in the UP as Assistant Secretary for Public Relations.
Congratulations.
So I will have to speak based upon mandate some consultation. But I just constrained to make the point, to contribute on the point that Costa made. And let me issue a disclaimer. This is not the official position of the Unity Party. I'm saying this in my own individual behalf. Now, Costa, with the ANC saga, what you said, it is true. And this is where, when I hear people saying the opposition have problems, we need to unite, And you write the point, how do you unite with people who don't want you to unite with them? And this is one of our greatest challenges. Now, one would think that at this time, Mr. Cummings, who have preached morality, all his supporters have spoken that he has moral credential, which I don't want to question. But I don't think you will proceed this way. Even if it was Joe Barker that would have done this, a moral credential would have been questioned. So I think for me, right now, if we want to unite as opposition, we must unite with people who are willing to be united. But you can unite with somebody who is not willing to be united. I think let the Liberian people be the judge and know who is really the problem, whether it is the entire opposition bloc. So I think this is what I said this morning, but I think I agree with you entirely in almost everything that you have spoken this morning.
Thank you so much, Noah Zhao Gibson. So when Noah not calling, you should ask for the Method making it clear already that.
Yeah, the man has been appointed. Noah, listen, Baka, before you take another call, let me congratulate my brother, brother Noah Zhao Gibson, on his appointment to his new portfolio. I think is well deserving. Noah is a brilliant man. He understands the issues. Even more than brilliant, Noah is very committed. He's loyal and he's committed. So it's a well-deserving appointment, my brother. Congratulations to you, and I know you will serve well. Let's take some more calls there. Okay.
All right, let's take somebody on the WhatsApp number. Good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning, Boakan and Henry. This is Albert, and I call from Belgium.
Welcome, Albert.
Albert, welcome, my dear brother.
Yeah, thank you, brother. You know, the issue with the ANC and Musa Berete, I think Edith Cummings should, first of all, have studied the track record of Musa Berete, even before coming into office. Yeah, he has had a lot of issues behind him before he came to politics. So if he thinks that Musa Berete can develop a county so easily to him, leads to talk about Grand Bassa County, it's a complete fallacy. Mandingo has a great lineage in Nimba County, but I can assure him, by now he should have understood that the politics in Liberia, the crowd is not an issue, but the actual vote is what counts. And tribal lineage has a lot in Liberian politics. With all of the things that we are doing in Nimba County, the Manon, the Kio, the Mandingos, the what, everybody coming together. But when it comes to actual voting, no matter what, a Gio man or Mano man is not easy to go into trust a Mandingo man to put Nimba County in his hand to turn it over to Alexander Cummings. Why they have people that Prince Johnson, Tier 1 Gonglo, and other Nibadians in the race. So Cummings and people, I don't know, his strategists are not giving him the right information. Bringing Yombli Kanka close to him, I think what he should have done is to play a game to have Yombli Kanka situated in between he and Boaka. At the end of the day, she would have been left with the decision as to which side she can go on.
Okay.
But pulling her out of the entire process, I think is going to be a big problem for the ANC.
All right,
and
the
LP.
Let's take other people. The line is too busy. We just can't keep it on for that long. Let's take Pavali. Pavali, good morning.
Hello,
welcome. Good morning.
How are you?
Welcome, you're live.
Yeah, how are you, Baka? Good morning. How are you, Pastor?
Through your cell phone. There's a delay on the radio.
Musa Berete is not dominated by the Madino people. It's not even our Madino caucus. He breaks down our Madino caucus. He brought injury to our Madino caucus. So he's not relevant to the Madino community. So no man should give him now respect to say he are relevant in the Madino caucus. So come break his own neck. The stubborn fly always be behind the dead body until they can bury you and the dead body together. So Musa Berete will bury them together. Musa go to any Madino gathering. See that area there. If Musa got the money, people will take the money, but as he pay it back, they start slapping behind back. So you don't have respect within the Madino community. Even the Muslim community, you don't have that respect there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pavali, from Water Side. Let's take somebody from this other line. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
This is Dr. Yakwa D. Joma, head for livestock at the Cary Central Agricultural Research Station. I've been following your show, and the reason why I called is simply because the names of individuals that were mentioned, I want to say something for the Liberian people to know. Duty comes with responsibility. Duty comes with responsibility. I met Serena Cephas, who happens to be my close friend and classmate in the agriculture college. I also met Eugene Fargon. On my issue, if you can recall, it's still ongoing. I'm one of the most abused persons in Liberia who took a decision to save donor money, $500,000 approximately from being stolen by a presidential appointee, Paul Finde. And because of that decision I made today, Natalia McGill has continued to hold on to my salary. Now, I met these gentlemen, Serena Cephas. He told me, don't worry. We'll see. I'm not trying to humiliate him, but I'm telling you, sometimes people in authority, whether it's your boss, even if it will lead to a dismissal, do the right thing. And Serena Cephas, who happened to be my close friend, we still are. He said, I'm going down to McGill. I will see what I can do. When I call him, I'm to McGill place. Don't worry. You do anything wrong, you will get your job back. I said, but they're not about getting job back. I said, work with Cary. But McGill is saying I should do a letter through Victor Sumu, who is currently at Cary,
to waste almost 75,000 United States dollars with 3 million LD. I said, I work for this money. Stopping somebody at the age of good governance is not a crime. And I've never heard from Serena Cephas again up to today.
Okay.
They give Eugene Fargon, yes. Just before you hold on, before you go, Eugene Fargon, he met me at Cary, and then at the Ministry of Information, he held a meeting again. And he said, Dr. Joma, you have done nothing wrong. You're just a victim of circumstances, but it's not McGill. I said, it is McGill because I met McGill before in the presence of the Public Works Minister, in the presence of Hadia Fatoumata Sanyo, with Nathaniel McGill himself there. Besides that, you know how many persons in national government that have gone to McGill and he said, I don't want Dr. Joma over there because of A, B, C reason. He said, okay, I'll get my recommendation. Up to today, Minister Fargon has not done anything. And right now, I work with Cary, and they still hold on to my salary of $75,000 to Victor Sumo, who also is a surrogate. He said, McGill said, having order and still have power.
All right, thank you, Nat. Thanks so much for making your contribution on the show. Let's take somebody from the down.
You will take 3 more calls and we'll call it a day. Our time is up.
Yeah, let's take somebody from the diaspora. Good morning. Your name is Johnny from.
All right, my name is William Bowie Jira, and good morning to Costa and good morning to you, Boycott.
Welcome.
I just want to say much to the LU students for the way they conducted themselves yesterday, and for all those that joined. Here's my disappointment. You know, I did not see any placard of the Unity Party, no placard of the ANC, no placard on Liberty. Now, we're not saying that the political leaders should be there, but this is the time they should have sent some of their youth wing leaders. And I think that was a disappointment. Even, I know we don't want to dignify somebody here, but even Professor Key was represented. And other people, and that old man that came from LPP was there.
Hello.
So Costa, before I end, Costa, do not lead any protest if these people don't want to go. Look at Konate, Martina Konate, she was there. And I didn't know that she was that tall anyway. But she was there. And the last time I checked, she was not running to be president. If these people are not willing, they monkey what Babu draw, we can do it. If they not willing to go out there and send people there, then Costa do not lead any protest.
All right, some political party youths were there, so let me just make that clear.
Okay, so let me say this. Martina Konate is the vice chair for operations of the COP. She was there. Our SG, Mr. Joseph K. Valai Jr. was also there. Mr. Vambule Kamara, our vice chairman for finance and fundraising of the COP, was also there. Momo Kamara, COP, many other COP people were present, but it was not a COP protest. I want to commend SOUP. The protest was good. It was peaceful, but as I predicted, it was not large. It was not crowded enough. It was just a small crowd, and that is because we are, but it's not the crowd so much that matters, but people were there and it was peaceful. And one of the things that surprised me was the police giving them food. And anyone on y'all who took food from the police people, I'll be there. I better not get somebody's picture. If I see your picture, you took food and water from the police yesterday, I will be vexed with you. Any one of y'all. If I catch somebody, if I see your picture taking food from the police, I'll be too vexed with you and disappointed in you. Those Sanama Swan there on January 6th, they attacked our peaceful gathering because they were afraid of how large the crowd was and were prepared to sleep there that day. They attacked us. They stole our sausage. They stole our food. I better not catch y'all in any of those pictures taking food from the police boat. They're not small vest, I'll be vexed with you. Because it's disgraceful. How you going to take food from them? That now they can give people food and water? When January 6th was doing protest, they were attacking us. But they can give food and water now because Americans bringing sanctions? Yeah? Because American people bringing sanctions now, police people giving food and water, then you go take it from them? I would die, I will not take their food. I'm going to drink my spit, I will not drink their water. Why would you even take food? Then they post your picture on Facebook. I saw the pictures they posted, giving you food and water. Hey man, how you can fall for that kind of? How you gonna take food and water from the Liberian National Police? They ever give you food and water before? They ever give you permit? No man, you don't do that kind of thing to yourself. That is sanction Bennett making the doing that one. They're giving you food and water because they're afraid. But no matter how they do it, sanction was taken. No matter how they do it, sanction was taken. So get food, get water. Don't go to that kind of take food, take water from them, man. That's not correct, man. Yeah, that's not correct at all. Yeah, can't see them giving food and water. Look, Bagay, you don't see that nonsense?
I saw a Costa, and you know they just made the government to score a political point on them because you accepting, you accepting you from the government. It's just like the protest they came for. Now the people are saying instead of fix the country, they are fixing their stomach.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. That's what the citizens are saying. We fixed their stomach yesterday. You're keen for fix the protest, fix the country protest, and they put fix your stomach. They get your food, they get your water. LMP, and y'all want that food and water. And guess what? COP people send some money down all to help them. Chairman Douglas and Chairman Ansu man reach out to me and say, oh, we send some money for food. I mean for water. Then you go take the people water and food. You not eat till you haul? I see, man. I see. It's too sinful. Then they take your picture while you're collecting the food and the water. Then they placate it on Facebook. Now you can protest. You go take food and water from the same government that's suffering up. Martina, my daughter will never take food from them. My princess never took food from them. But playing out the dental food and water, I saw the picture. They posted the picture on Facebook. I saw it. The other man won't say that taxpayer money. My man, Mula thing there, man. We're gonna taxpayer money. You might not take no food from there. Don't take no water from there. Huh? Yeah, man. Y'all may not see, man. Y'all may not see. Yeah, man. And you want the food and water from Chowia police. They see police and what store our sausage. What guy? No burger, they stole our sausage. Our PP part them will carry that day. They stole it because they were afraid when they saw that crowd, thousands of people. You know why they go get your food and water? Because y'all when I play, they have a small crowd, and then they want to tell American boys that they teen now, oh, they can support. Then they can go around on Facebook. Our boys, we fed our boys. That y'all their boys. You ain't see their post them on Facebook. I saw the thing. I just shook my head. I was ashamed. I was too ashamed. The time we did the rescue Justina Taylor operation, what they would do for the police that day, boy?
We provided stuff for them, water, and all the things.
We the one get the police water. June 7 protest, we had water. The police people were drinking our water. Some of you who were there, you can remember, we gave the police water to drink at June 7 protest. We get them water. Then you go let them give you water. So we have police give you water, you drink it. They might give you food. You see the woman in the police pickup, she teach her in the red and putting it in the plane. I was talking the real Liberian way. She put in the red in the plane, giving it to you. Then you're eating it. Those cinnamon swan them will bring food. Who know what in the pot is up? You trust them, sir, to eat their food? Look, man, I seen power. My boy, I see y'all, man. Yeah, man. Then they score point on you, they get a small food and water, they go post your picture on Facebook. Now how you can protest? No point who store our sausage, they go eat our sausage, they eat our red, they throw our BB party. Hey, Liberian people, hey, Libya.